Here at CBS New York, we are dedicated to breaking the stigma around mental health. And we want to show you how New York City is investing in the mental health of young New Yorkers. In partnership with the World Health Organization, the city is launching the Early Adolescent Skills for Emotions program known as EASE, which helps 10 to 15-year-olds foster mental health awareness and resilience. And to tell us more about this program, joining me now is Eva Wong, Executive Director of the New York City Mayor's Office of Community Mental Health. Welcome.
Thank you, Cindy, for having me.
So tell us about the EASE program and its impact on the community.
And you already shared your viewers. What is really exciting with EASE is that we are taking a big step forward where we are thinking about prevention, thinking about skill building for young people before any crisis hits, because we know that with mental health really doesn't discriminate, right? So the whole idea is we are really helping young people kind of gain the emotional armor, right, to manage their daily challenges. And we know young people in New York City have to go through a lot in school, sometimes at home. And so what we are doing right now with EASE is we got after school program staff members who become trained and they can teach skills that young people can really use for a lifetime. And we kind of think about it, it's really unique that when we talk about after school staff, they're not licensed mental health professionals.
Right.
So that's a big shift there that we are thinking about who else can be providing care. Right?
That's fantastic, you know, because a lot of people are in after-school programs, and now, you know, they can get this expertise and someone to talk to. So talk about what community health is and how does it, you know, benefit New Yorkers?
Yes. So community mental health, I think what's really interesting is that we're shifting our mindset to think about mental health in a really everyday conversation. That's what you do so beautifully, Cindy, where we're breaking stigma, ensuring no one is suffering in silence and waiting, right, or feel ashamed to get help. So I like to think about community mental health in two parts. One is that we're bringing care to New Yorkers where they are, whether it's in school, community center, at their church, and they're able to really address, right, breaking down the stigma, overcoming what is usually in the way of maybe access, getting to a place to get therapy. And another part of it, I think, is really a foundational part of community mental health is that social connectedness and community support is really critical because they are the key to long-term prevention, recovery. And so what I would love your viewers to really think about is how are we doing that for ourselves to build a community, and how are we caring for others within our own circle?
And that is so important because I think when we're dealing with mental health challenges, it's always about being alone and isolation. So to have that community is really part of recovery. So it is so important. You know, you mentioned access. So how can New Yorkers access the care they need?
Yes. So I would invite them to look at our website and first really think about ahead of time when maybe you're even doing really well, but maybe someone in your life, someone you care about, needs some more support. So this month, I think we still have Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, right? So there are toolkits there. There are other resources that is really great on our website. That's to start. But another number, maybe your viewers might be familiar, but top of mind for them always is 988 being an entryway. And one thing I've noticed when I talk with kind of friends and folks in the community, they thought, isn't 988 just a suicide hotline? It is 24/7, a hotline free for anybody, regardless of their status. But it's also something that you can just call for referrals, right? And so you don't have to wait till, oh, I'm really having any sort of suicidal thoughts, anything like that. So call, someone is able to be trained there to give you that immediate emotional support. And if you are just looking for resource therapy for yourself or somebody, I would encourage you to go ahead and call for yourself. 3 a.m. in the mornings, no matter what time, or sit with someone who needs help to call with them.
No, definitely. Because I think so often it's the person who is with the person who needs the help that needs to call.
Yeah,
because the other person might not be in that mindset. So, Eva Wong, thank you so much for being here and for all the work your team does on the EASE program. It sounds amazing.
Thank you so much.
If you or someone you know is in crisis and need to talk to someone, call 988 at the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.